Confidence is like a muscle that supports success. It gives us lots of power to move along a track with energy, with motivation. And it's really important. People often think, oh, what does confidence have to do with anything? But if you think about it, it really sets us up to achieve things, or it can sabotage us. And it's commonly said something to the effect of, if you think you can, you will, you can do it. You'll soar easily. And if you think you can't, then you'll sabotage, you'll be held back. There's a famous quote from Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company, and he said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so your beliefs really shape your reality and your ability, and consequently your success. So, in my Success Builders Club that I have with my clients and my Achievers Club, we frequently talk about confidence and where we're at in various activities that we're going. Because moving forward, growth requires confidence. If you're in doubt, if you're in self doubt, if you have negative self talk, that is like setting up roadblocks on your pathway. You really want to move forward easily, simply along a pathway. So, whether it's something, a goal for work, or a goal for home, or a goal for family or life, whether you want a new job or a better relationship or a new hobby, whether you want to create a report for work, whether you want to start public speaking and do something really bold that you haven't done before, uh, whether you want to start learning a musical instrument or doing a performance or whatever it is that challenges your comfort zone. Having confidence can really help you get out of that comfort zone. And really, when you think about it, you can't have growth. You can't go to new places and success and reach goals without getting out of your comfort zone, without confidence to help you coast and soar to where you want to get. So, I want to talk a little bit about our comfort zone. What is our comfort zone? We all live in a bubble of who we feel we are and what we're comfortable with. And that bubble is our comfort zone. We think I am a person who does this, who can do this, who has done this in my life, and these are the things that I have not done, that I don't have experience with. And often we think to ourselves, well, things that I haven't done, I'm a little bit more hesitant to do. Um, and again, even something bold, like if you want to run your first marathon, you really, as you practice, you want to have that belief that you can accomplish it. You want to plan and move forward with that eagerness, that feeling that you're doing something, that you're on the pathway to something you'll succeed. So I want to talk a little bit briefly about our brain. I am a neuro fan. I even say I'm a neuro nerd because I love to think about how the brain leads us in our decisions and in what we do, and many times controls us. So, what happens in our brain when we try to go out of our comfort zone? Our brains are wired to keep us in line with what we're used to doing, with our habits, with our norms. And that is because the brain thinks that what's normal for us, what we're used to, is safe. The brain wants to keep us safe, which is a good thing that we have because we do want to stay safe. And there's a part of the brain called the amygdala, and I love to talk about the amygdala. And when It helps filter our environment. And when it picks up something new or unusual in our environment, it tells us and it says, "Uh-oh, be careful. There's something new and unusual going on." And it can make us feel scared or hesitant or on edge. And so I want you to think about that when you try to go beyond your comfort zone. And depending how far off your comfort zone, that's going to be the response. But often your amygdala will say, "Uh-oh, we're not doing that. We want to stay where we are." And again, you can't get progress or growth without moving out of that bubble that surrounds you, that comfort zone. Again, success is getting out of your comfort zone and achieving new things that you haven't done before. And if you have extraordinary plans for your life, if you want to create your best life, this conversation is really important for you because it can help you be more easy, be more facile at getting what you want and where you want to go. We want to help you burst out of your comfort zone. So again, the brain often says, stay where you are. Don't start a new habit. Don't start a new activity. Don't start a new task. And again, that's because it wants to keep us safe with what we're familiar with. And that's not always because what we're familiar with is the best thing for us. It's just what the brain is used to, and it thinks, okay, we've done this before, we're doing okay, let's just keep this. So we really want to think, and often, and to some degree, our comfort zone is based on our self-talk. So often we'll say something to ourselves like, I know a lot of women don't like math, and I love math. And I think women should love math. They've been taught not to in many places and in many environments. Some people will say, I'm not good at math. And then any task where they have to bring in math, they get intimidated and overwhelmed because they say to themselves, I'm not good in math, I've never been good at math. And when you self-identify that way, you're keeping yourself in that zone of somebody whose identity is not good at math. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not good at math, you're not giving yourself a comfort zone to feel comfortable with it. So we need to open up our dialogues, our self-talk, to be able to support courage and growth and progress and advancement. So some things to remember. One, confidence is like a muscle. You can practice it, you can strengthen it, you can build it. Try small things first. So you may not want to do a whole public speech in front of 100 people. Try a small talk in front of a few people you know and build your skills. And you can build public speaking skills slowly. I've worked with numbers of clients on public speaking, and it's amazing when you build confidence that you can be a very charismatic and engaging speaker when at first you may start and just look down at your paper and say, I can't do this. When in fact, when you stretch that muscle, you can build it and you can improve and grow and strengthen. Next comment. Your own negative thinking, your own self-diminishing talk can be sabotaging. Like repeating to yourself the example I gave, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at this, I'm not good enough, I can't handle this, I can't do this, I can't get this done, I don't know how to do this. This is all fear-filled internal talk. And what I tell people is, well, maybe you haven't done this in the past. And maybe even you haven't been good at it in the past, but that doesn't mean you can't become good at it. So when you set out to do something, You want to build comfort as you try new things. Another thing that keeps us really limited is if you focus too much on what others think and you compare yourself with other people. So, first of all, if you compare too much about what other people think about you, well, they may not know what you can handle or what you can't handle, and it's really not important what they think you can do or what you can't do. You don't need to think about what other people think you can do. And we don't want to become people pleasers to stay in other people's zones or to let other people shape our destiny. You need to focus on what you want in life, what you want to do, and not really care about what other people think about what you're doing, or whether other people think you can accomplish it or not. And a little bit related to this, another is comparing yourself with other people and thinking other people are better at doing this than you are. Well, that's fine. They might have been doing it for a while. Somebody has been skiing for decades and you want to start skiing. Well, they're going to be better than you because they've had experience. If you want to learn a new language and somebody's been speaking it for years and they're very comfortable with it, well, you may just be starting that language. And so you need to be comfortable with the starting point and building little by little. And those are comfortable milestones that you should celebrate, not fear. I always tell people, celebrate the small steps. That helps build confidence as well. The goal is not going from here to a huge step that can be overwhelming. It's taking small steps that build and create and result in those huge steps, and celebrating all around. And again, self-doubt feeds us the opposite way of what confidence does. If confidence is trust in your ability to handle whatever it is you set out to do, self-doubt is the opposite. But often it's because we haven't done something yet. And I always tell people that you just haven't done it yet. That doesn't mean you can't do it or you can't become good at it or you can't do it comfortably someday. That's the job of moving forward, of building success. And often, people who don't have confidence will dismiss compliments. Somebody will say, wow, you did a good job at this. And then people will say something like, nah, I'm not really good at this. Or instead of proudly saying thank you, or thank you, I worked hard at this, and I'm really glad that I was able to do it. I appreciate your compliment. So I want you to think about compliments and how you react to compliments and whether you accept them or whether, again, your self-doubts, your self-identity get in the way. So confidence helps us reach challenges, be more resilient, and advance and grow and move forward and progress in our lives. And that's what we really want to do. We want to have really noble goals that we can reach and build a lot in our lives. And again, confidence is a muscle that helps us get there. So a few important things to remember, a few important keys to take is change your internal dialogue away from negative talk to positive, supportive talk. I can do this. I will do this. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to do this. Stop comparing yourself to others. It doesn't matter what they do. All that matters is where you are, where you want to go, and that confidence muscle that you can build to have resilience and strength with you. And always plan on progress and momentum to move forward. What's the next thing that I can do for this goal? Don't stay stationary and don't feel stuck. Get in the habit of thinking of your next step and of thinking positively about your ability to reach your next step. Again, all of these are examples of building that muscle of confidence, of building your capacity to have trust in yourself and your ability to reach new things, to burst out of that bubble that keeps you surrounded and limited so that you can reach anything. And I tell people, when you have confidence, when you have that internal positive dialogue, you can reach anything. And you will reach those milestones faster and more simply. So I want you to think about confidence and how you can feel more confident, how you can instill more positive talk and get rid of that internal dialogue that goes on in your mind. These are things that I talk about with my clients in my High Achievers Club and my Success Builders Club, and people who really want to get places in their lives, in work, in home, in family, in health, whatever it is that's on your plate that you want to accomplish. So if you'd like to talk to me about confidence, about reaching goals, about how to get places and be confident, or any of the other things that I talk about in building a successful, powerful, strong life, in building your best life, I will put my calendar in the chat, and I am happy to talk to a limited number of people in our group. I will, of course, be here next week at the same time with another important topic. So get in the habit of being here so you can build these skills as well. If you have any topics that you'd like me to talk about, I got a request about public speaking, and some people have asked for some interesting topics, which I will work on for you. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to speak about. Um, you can either put a comment in the chat or you can build that appointment, that meeting with me. I will have some complimentary meetings, and it would be great to discuss with you what's on your mind so I can help you both in a program, and if you set up an appointment, I can help you one on one. So let's get you on that path to move confidently forward, to reach those new advancements and progress, and to really build your best life. Let's talk soon.